How do you know whether you're repressing fear or anger into an artificially calm state or accepting what is? How do you work with these powerful emotions without fooling yourself? Yes, that's a good question. It is easy to fool yourself. It's much easier to fool yourself than to fool other people. So people around you often can recognize things that you cannot see yourself. If you are repressing rather than accepting, especially if you live with people, sooner or later you would find that that which has been repressed can't be repressed any longer and would suddenly burst out of you. So a good test of whether your acceptance is true acceptance or whether you're fooling yourself is your observing yourself in relationships and situations, especially as conflict arises. How do you deal with conflict? How do you deal with difficult people or difficult situations? And so you observe yourself, and you may invite, even if you observe yourself, it's amazing how hard it seems to be for many humans to truly recognize their own patterns. Everybody around you may know, you have no idea. I would sometimes even recommend to ask your family members or close friends to fill out a questionnaire about yourself anonymously. If you ask just one person, you may get a distorted view. But if 10 people in your family or friend say similar things about you, then there must be some truth there. They don't have to give their names, just let them do it anonymously. And then you read and say, well, that's me? I know I'm not like that. Yeah, but 10 people are telling you that you are like that. But it's amazing how blind people can be to their own patterns. Just absolutely amazing capacity for self-deception. As I said, the good thing is that situations tend to bring out that which has been repressed, and life tends to give you exactly the experience you need to find out about your own unconsciousness, if it's still there. Sometimes people who do spiritual practices confuse, for example, willpower with enlightened living. I've seen particularly Western practitioners of Zen who are very tight. They become very tight. They don't have the looseness of the Zen master, but they try to imitate the Zen master unconsciously, and so they behave in a very tight and sometimes quite almost aggressive way. The Zen master can appear aggressive, but there's something else behind that. So, and these are people who sit in meditation, are seemingly excellent meditators. And then they can be quite abrupt. Leave me alone, I'm meditating. No, I'm not doing that. Yes. Self-control rather than acceptance. I'm not angry, I never get angry. How dare you accuse me of being angry? It's a famous example. Self-image versus reality. Having an image of yourself as a spiritual person or highly developed spiritual person, and then denying anything that you feel in your emotional field that seems to contradict that. It clashes with your self-image. So watch out for reactions yourself, especially in challenging situations. And if necessary, ask your friends and family members. Both, not just family members, because sometimes an old image of you may have been stuck in the mind of your family, members of your family, and they haven't realized that you have moved on. That can happen. So include friends, family members, and maybe colleagues. But don't ask them, what do you think of me? You might not get a truthful answer.